Attention, Boston faithful. The tension is rising as we delve into some shocking news about a pivotal player on our roster. With recent injuries casting a shadow, could this be the moment that tests the depth of our squad? As we gear up for the next game, you'll want to stay tuned for the full scoop. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you're as passionate about the Celtics as I am. Joe Mazzulla recently gave us a cryptic update on the injuries of Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown, and as a passionate Celtics fan, I'm here to break it down. Should we be worried about their health? With the stakes as high as they are, every missed game feels like a punch to the gut. Holiday has missed the last 3 games due to a shoulder injury, which adds to the 10 games in total where we've had to adjust without our starting point guard. Honestly, it's a concern, especially given Holiday's age, 34 or 35, right? In a league where injuries are often a part of the game, we need our veterans to stay healthy. But here's the kicker. The Celtics have managed to keep their heads above water. They're 3-3 without Holiday, 6-2 without Brown, and an impressive 21-5 without Porzingis, who thankfully seems to be in good form now. Mazzulla was asked if we should be concerned about these injuries, and in typical fashion, he turned it around, saying these aren't issues, they're opportunities. While I admire his positivity, I can't help but feel torn. Injuries are part of the game, yes, but they can derail championship aspirations. Let's talk about the bench players stepping up. Luke Kornet, for instance, had a remarkable game against the Knicks. With Porzingis out sick, Kornet stepped in and put up 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks, all while shooting a perfect 7 for 7. That's the kind of performance every fan dreams of seeing from a bench player in a crucial game. It makes me wonder, could this be a turning point for him and the rest of the bench mob? The depth of this roster is impressive, but how much can we rely on it before the injuries catch up to us? And speaking of depth, Peyton Pritchard has also been crucial in these games without our stars. He dropped 25 points against the Mavericks when Holiday was out. Yes, we lost that game, but Pritchard's performance kept us competitive. His ability to step up when needed is invaluable, and it's clear he's not afraid to take on that responsibility. I want to see more of that consistency from him, especially in tight games. His basketball IQ allows him to adapt, whether it's scoring or dishing out assists. That flexibility is what we need from our players. Then there's Sam Hauser, who has been nothing short of a revelation. He got the starting nod against the Miami Heat and exploded for 15 points in the first quarter. To see a guy step in and seize the moment like that, especially when Tatum is struggling, is what makes me proud to be a Celtics fan. He's been working hard on his shot, and it's starting to pay off. He mentioned that shooting percentages will fluctuate, and it's about sticking to the process. That mindset is essential for any player, especially in a league as competitive as the NBA. As we gear up for tonight's game against the Spurs, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety. Will we see Brown and Holiday back on the court soon? Can the bench continue to thrive in their absence? And you, what do you think? Are we witnessing the depth of this team shine? Or are these injuries going to haunt us down the stretch? I want to hear your opinions down below. We need to talk about some significant news that could shape the future of our beloved team. Recent reports indicate that our assistant coach, Sam Cassell, is emerging as a strong candidate for the head coaching position at Florida State, his alma mater. Now, before we rush to conclusions, let's break this down. Cassell has been a part of the Celtics coaching staff since 2023, and there's no denying the impact he's had. He's recognized as a no-nonsense coach who can connect with players, a critical trait for any successful coach in the NBA. For years, he's been on the radar for head coaching roles. And while the Celtics have benefited from his expertise, you can understand why he might consider a move to lead a program at Florida State. It's a chance to return to his roots, to build a legacy at a school where he once played. That's an appealing prospect for any coach. But here's the thing. Cassell has confirmed that Florida State hasn't officially reached out to him yet. He's keeping his options open, which leads me to wonder, how do we feel about the possibility of losing him? It's a complicated situation, isn't it? On one hand, we want to see our coaches grow and succeed, but on the other, we know how vital Cassell is to the Celtics' current success. His knowledge and experience on the bench are invaluable, especially as we look to build a championship contender. What's particularly intriguing is that Cassell has been actively interviewing for head coaching positions in the NBA. He was even a candidate for the Lakers' vacancy this past cycle, but they ultimately chose to go in a different direction. Now, the prospect of him heading to Florida State could be a pivotal moment in his career. But let's not forget, this is a guy who's been waiting for his shot to lead a team at a higher level. The question remains, would he leave a promising Celtics squad for a college program? Honestly, I'm torn. As a passionate Celtics fan, I recognize the importance of stability within our coaching staff. Losing Cassell could create a ripple effect, impacting not only player development, but also team chemistry. However, if he feels this is his best chance to prove himself as a head coach, who can blame him? It's a delicate balance between personal ambition and team loyalty. Now, think about how this decision could affect the Celtics moving forward. If Cassell were to depart, who would fill that void? Would we be able to find someone with a similar skill set to guide our players? The potential for a coaching change raises a lot of questions about our future strategy. The Celtics are in a competitive landscape, and stability is essential if we want to keep pace with the other powerhouses in the league. And let's not forget about the players. How would they react to such a change? Cassell has built relationships with them, and losing that connection could have implications on their performance. We've seen this team grow under his guidance, and losing a coach who knows how to push the right buttons could disrupt that growth. So, Celtics Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think this was the best decision for Sam Cassell if the opportunity arises? Would it be a loss for the Celtics, or do you think we could manage without him? I genuinely want your opinions down below. This is a critical juncture for our franchise, and your thoughts are invaluable to this conversation. As we keep an eye on this developing story, make sure to stay connected with us for all the latest updates. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hey, activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates as they come in. Let's keep the discussion going, Celtics fans.